Hello everyone, welcome to this chat talk and we'll be discussing about esports. But before we start, I want you to do something. Just think about the last time someone told you to stop playing games because it won't get you anywhere. Yeah, here we are in 2025, where playing games can get you fame, fans, sponsorships, a career, and if you're really good, it can get you millions of dollars. So today let's talk about how esports became one of the biggest and fastest growing industry in the world, and why it's way more than just people clicking things. So let's get this out of the way. For years, people saw gaming as something only teenagers did in dark rooms while avoiding the sunlight. But in 2025, esports is a fully formed industry. Stadiums sell out, teams have massive fan bases, players sign contracts bigger than some Hollywood actors, and tournaments have prize pools that make your bank account cry. So it's not just a game, it is a competition, it is a strategy, and it's a teamwork. And the esport in 2025 is a little bit wild because the event look like a massive concert. It's like the light, music, fireworks, and crowds louder than the football matches. But the on stage, 10 humans sitting perfectly still, they're barely moving their arms. It's a little bit hilarious because when you think about it, the energy is real. Like the tension, the strategies, the comebacks. It feels like watching a war, but a colorful, high energy, extremely polite war where everyone says GG afterward. So now let's talk about something people almost never think about it. Esports is not just the players. Behind every pro team is basically a small army. They got coaches, strategists, analysts, editors, content creators, managers, physical trainers, psychologists, nutritionists, social media people, and of course that one guy who fixes the gaming chair. The esports industry is like a giant machine built out of a passion, sweat, caffeine, and patch notes. It is shockingly organized for something that started with people screaming at each other online. And if I heard someone say playing game all day is not hard, well, just tell them to try 10 hours of ranked matches, a back to back, and with the teammate who ignore every call. The esports pros train like actual athletes, just without grass stains. And here are their some routine. They got mechanical practice, reaction training, strategy sessions, team scrims, reviewing old matches, studying the opponents, mental conditioning, and of course physical exercises. And their sleep schedules that they try to follow, but they usually don't. It is intense. The only easy part is sitting down on the chair. Okay, now let's talk about something huge. The mobile esports. Mobile esports change everything because not everyone can afford a PC, but almost everyone has a smartphone, even though the screen is cracked and the battery dies at 30%. Mobile games made esports accessible to millions. Titles like MLBB, PUBG Mobile, and Free Fire completely reshaped the landscape. Suddenly, anyone could compete. Kids from rural areas, office workers, students, people from all backgrounds, of course. It became the great equalizer, a world where your skill matters more than your gear. And the next wave of esports is already arriving. We're seeing a VR competitions, a mixed reality tournaments, games with full body movement, AI coaches analyzing your mistakes, a motion-based esports, and even the biometric data being used in training. The line between physical sport and digital sport is getting thinner every year. Soon, esports athletes might actually be fit. Imagine that, just imagine. But the part that matters most is esports is about the community. It brings together people who might never meet otherwise. Different ages, different backgrounds, and even different countries. Gamers don't care where you're from. They only care whether you can hold your lane, rotate properly, and not feed the enemy team. Of course. Esports create friendships. It teaches teamwork, it builds confidence, and it gives people a place to belong. That's why it is powerful. Like every fast-growing industry, esports has problems too, like burnout, toxicity, pressure, cheating, unstable career, and the most terrible is patch updates that destroy months of practice. This is often happens in esports world. But the industry is maturing. Teams are supporting players better, organizations are investing in mental health, stability, and long-term structure. Esports is growing up, slowly, awkwardly, but definitely growing. So here's the takeaway. Esports in 2025 is not just a gaming, it's a culture, it is a competition, it's a technology, and it's about community. It is one of the few places where millions of people from all over the world came together, not to fight each other, but to fight each other in a game, which honestly, it is a lot healthier.
In the next 2, 3, 4 hours, however long it takes, somebody will take the long walk down this stage. They will come down here with their teammates. They will take a breath knowing the confetti is ready, knowing they're about to pick up this trophy, and then that is when they will be crowned the Intel Extreme Masters Champions 2018.
You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love. And that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. Your time is limited. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
Everybody's asleep, man. We're just getting home after a long night. It's close to 3 in the morning right now. You know, the thing is, man, it's always going to be a party. There's always going to be a time to celebrate and a time to join friends or a day to, the bars are always open. Always open. No matter how old you are, they're always open, you know? What's not always open is the opportunity to check the box in life. You know, to achieve your dreams. That's not always open. when you say you're gonna do something and then you follow through and you do it. Not at the end when you